the toughest parts about building an online store is finding a niche and finding a product, finding a collection of products that you want to start with. Because if you think about it, everybody already sells everything. If you go on Amazon, you could buy everything in the world. If you go on the internet, you could find anything in the world. So it's about really thinking about how you're going to separate yourself from maybe a niche that's already built out and there's already companies out there. So how are you going to separate yourself from those companies, and how are you going to be unique? Is it going to be through ads? Is it going to be through a specific TikTok page you're going to build and show yourself using this product in a very specific and cool way that people really connect with? So I think that finding a product and utilizing marketing is really how you're going to set yourself apart. First, I think obviously you have to have a good product that will sell. If you have a crappy product that just no one wants to buy, no one's searching for, then you're going to have a tougher time. So I'm going to walk you through a few different steps on how I go about finding these products. It's not a complete science, because once we get to this point, I would like to test it. So I would run ads, or I would create a Facebook page, run some Facebook ads about this. Once I do find a product. But starting off, there's a bunch of different things that we could kind of do. So I'm gonna walk you guys through that little process that I do. But before I get started, I definitely want you guys to ask questions. So if you guys see anything, maybe you don't understand, maybe you want a link to somewhere, please let me know. I'll have the link to all this stuff in the description, so you guys could watch this video and you guys could click on the links right there. Okay, so jumping into this screen here, if you guys do not recognize this screen, this is a e-commerce platform software that I like to use, and it's on the thumbnail of this video, AutoDS. And this is an all-encompassed e-commerce platform where you could find products, or you could link them to suppliers, and you could upload it directly to your store, whether that's a TikTok shop, whether that's a Shopify store, whether that's a WooCommerce store, whether that's a Squarespace store, however, whatever platform you like to use to build e-commerce stores, GoDaddy, you can connect your store to this platform, and that's why it's one of the largest platforms to use. So getting started here, this is the most important screen. This is the marketplace. This is where suppliers go into the platform, AutoDS, and they upload their products. Let me clear this. So this is where you're going to find all the newest products, maybe ones that are hot sellers right now, because AutoDS, because it's a paid subscription, so this one is $30 a month, I believe. So I pay for this platform, and they give me the top selling e-commerce products in all of these niches. So we have toys and hobbies, home and garden, home improvement, outdoors, sports and fitness, pets, electronics and gadgets, clothing, shoes and jewelry, beauty and personal care, automotive and motorcycle, and then other categories. So if you have an idea of what niche you want to go down, maybe you want to go into the sports and fitness niche. Let's click on that. You want to create a gym, fitness, online store. This one is super popular. I see it all over TikTok Shop. So you could source it here for $12.98. Realistically, product prices are gonna fluctuate. You could find one supplier that maybe sells it for $12.98, another one that sells it for $13.98, one that sells it for $10.98. So once you do find a product that you like, make sure you source other places, because maybe you could get a better deal, maybe a better quality, maybe faster shipping. There's a lot of different things that could go into it, and we'll talk about that. But in this platform itself, you have plenty of options. And like I said before, people all over the world already sell this stuff. It's not like this stuff is scarce. You're not going to be able to find it anywhere else. And that's not really how I like to go about e-commerce. It's not about the scarcity of the product. It's like, oh, this is brand new. This is untapped market. It's not really how I like to do it. And you can't really do it like that, because like I said, people are already selling things all over the world. They're already selling everything. So what I like to focus on is the quality of the product, because if you have a quality product, you could use that. You could work with that to do ads, and then once customers do use it, they realize it is a good product. The word of mouth travels, and they leave the good reviews and comments on your post. So getting into it, once we land on it, we've decided on a niche, right? We're going to build a sports and fitness store, or maybe just a one product store, right? And I like I said, this one is super popular right now, the push-up rack. But let's just scroll through, and if you guys see any that you think are interesting, please drop them below, and we could talk through them. But what I'm really looking for is a couple things. One is it's got to have that wow factor. It's got to be, when you see the picture, it's like, wow, like what is that? Like it catches your eye immediately just off of the first look. And I think that the push-up board kind of does that, because it's got all different colors and all different things you could do with it, put it in all different ways. You could do push-ups, and it's got a bodybuilder here. But it's actually reminding me of one other thing that I wanted to tell you guys. And that with different things that come up in the economy, one thing that, especially if you're in the US, that's going to be super important over the next 4 years in e-commerce is tariffs and getting shipments in from other countries. So what I like to do, and especially now with the things that are going on with the Trump administration, tariffs that might be arising, I want to pick my suppliers from the United States. And if you're in another country, you have options. So let's go here. Say you're in the UK, fine. You could source UK products. That way you're going to get the best shipping times, and you're going to get the best available price, because these suppliers don't have to ship it overseas. They don't have to pay that tariff. They don't have to put it on a boat and ship it across the Atlantic to get it from the UK to America to your customers or wherever you're shipping. So you could be in Australia, source Australian products, and so that's just what I like to do. So definitely take a look at suppliers from your country. So that's super important going forward in the next 4 years during the Trump administration. Source, if you're in the United States, source from suppliers in the United States. I know you're going to get better prices in China, but things might change. Shipping times are a little bit longer. So let's just look at some of the shipping times here from the United States. 2 business days, 4 business days, 4 to 6. This one 7 to 26. That's too long. We can't work with that. 2 to 10, 2 to 3, 10 business days. All right. So we want to be under 5 ideally for our product. Ideally, you want to get it out within 3 to 5 days. Get it to the customer within a week. That is on the long end. So this one's actually pretty cool in my opinion. It ships in 1 business day. Kind of has that wow factor. I think kind of, you could put a bottle in, put your phone in when you go on a run. I know this is definitely a trendy item that you could work with. You could put it on yourself. You could take lots of videos. You could go on a run with a GoPro facing you, and you could get a lot of content with this for cheap. You don't have to spend hundreds of dollars kind of thinking up how you're going to do this. So I think this is a pretty good idea. It's a little pricey, $29 to source it. Ideally, something like this. I don't know exactly what the selling prices are, but that's something that we could check out with the next step that I'm going to talk about. So again, any products you guys see on there that you might want to look into, please let me know. But I think I see a couple that we could talk through. This one's here cool. This one has kind of a wow factor to it. Couple wheels. But I think this is a good niche. Very sustainable from a marketing perspective. All you have to do is send it to some fitness influencers. They'll take videos with it, and you'll get it up and running. My girlfriend actually has this right here. She has this one. She bought this one online, TikTok shop, I believe. All right, so let's take this to step number 2. So what I like to do, once I find a product that I kind of like, let's click into it. So I like this one. I think this kind of has a wow factor to it. What I like to do is I like to go to the Google Trends, and I like to just search this up on Google. This gives me an idea of traffic. Is it a newer product? Have people been searching this over the past 30 days, over the past 6 months, over the past year? So getting an idea of what this is looking like on Google. So let's take a piece of this, title. So zip reflective running vest with hydration bottle. Let's just take all this. Phone holder. Might be tough. And then this is Google Trends. So this just gives you a very broad idea of what it looks like on Google if people are searching this. And you obviously want something that people are searching up. So let's take, I know this is a long kind of description here. We have to kind of slim it down. Here we go. Running vest with hydration bottle. Yeah, that's still even a little bit too specific. So let's just do running vest. Let's see what we get. And it looks like, we have a little bit of traffic here, which is good. So over the past 12 months, you can see we have some good volume. I would expect it to go a little bit more. Okay, it looks like end of November, probably Black Friday season, people are searching this up. So this is a good indicator to me that people are searching this, and that's good. That's what we want. We want to make sure people are searching the products that we're looking for. You could download this. There's all different ways you could filter this by image search, Google Shopping. So let's search it by Google Shopping. It's not good. Web search. Okay, but that gives us a general idea that people are searching for this product, which is good. Running vest. So we could take it a step further now. So we have our product here. It has pictures. They look great. Could use these as advertisements. And I think it's a very practical product. I think people, when they go running, they don't want to hold stuff in their hands. They don't want to hold their house key. They don't want to hold their phone. And they want to bring a little bit of water. But if you don't have anything to hold it, it's going to be a little tough. So I think this is a practical product. So let's take a look at how I like to analyze competitors and how I like to analyze how advertisements can be used for this. And if you guys seen my video a couple weeks ago, I talked through Meta Ads Library a little bit. So this will just be another step into the Meta Ads Library. So let's take our product name again. And we want to search by all ads. Let's click it and let's search it. Again, a little too much here. Let's search. But hey, the more we have, the more we can work with. So let's search that. Nothing. Hey, I mean, if we're searching this stuff up and nobody's running ads for this, that's also another indicator that it could be a good product because there's not a lot of competition. So it's not always a bad thing if you can't find something. Okay, so I have it filtered over here by active ads. So maybe nobody's running active ads for this right now, so I could clear that. But let's search reflective running vest. Okay, so it looks like this is a company that is running ads on Facebook for a running vest. Looks a little different than the one we have, but they're selling theirs for $155. If you guys remember, how much were we sourcing ours from off AutoDS? $30. So if we were going to copy this company and sell ours for $155, which I think is overpriced, to be honest, we'd be looking at $120 in profit margin from product cost, sales price, $120. Obviously, we're going to have a little bit out of there, and we're going to run ads for it, so we're going to be cut there a little bit. So we still have a lot of room for margins, though. Runly. Okay, so this gives you an idea, and this is what I'm talking about. This is going to give you an idea of your competition, how you could be better than your competition, right? I think their website's okay. This is definitely not the best website I've ever seen. It's not the worst. I think they have this countdown's pretty cool, explaining the special offer. I think it's a good website. Good, not great. And I think it's definitely kind of a niche market that maybe a lot of people aren't in. Let's search it without reflective. And I bet we get more. Yep. Okay, so we get a little bit more here. Running vest. Still not a lot though. Here's another one. Nathan.com, sporting vest. Selling this for $100. Still, I think the one that we have, has a little bit more features. The phone holder. I do like the fact that this is a pouch that comes out of the back and put it in your mouth, right? So this is just to get you guys going with some ideas. You guys see how this kind of evolves into looking at your competition, looking at prices, looking at dollar amounts of what you're gonna get it for, plus what your competition's selling it for, and that's how you could calculate how you're gonna price your product effectively. Because realistically, we could put this for $99 and we'd be cheaper than the two competitors we already saw. So not only are we still gonna have healthy margins of about $60 per item, about $69 per item before shipping and before advertising, but we're also giving them a just as good product. So super interesting, this product here. So what did that take us? That took us maybe 15 minutes, and we found a pretty good product and with some pretty not good competitors. So this is something, if somebody was going to go down the workout niche, this is one that could work. It's going to take a little bit of advertising. It's going to take a little website building, but this is one that could work with very little startup cost. This is it. This is the winner. You like that there's not a lot of competitors, not a lot of people running ads on Meta. The Google search is active. People are actively searching for running vests. That could work. You're going to send it. You're very confident. You're a runner. You like to be outdoors. You think you can make content for this. How are you going to do it? You've never built an online store. Well, here's where to start. My personal favorite, Shopify. And Shopify gives you guys the ability to start a store for completely free. Not completely free. It's $1 the first 3 months. All right? If you can't afford $1 in 3 months, you can't start a store right now. I'm sorry. So once you sign up for Shopify, you're going to land on this page here. This is going to be your website builder. So this is where you get to pick a free theme of how you're going to build your store. And this one here, I was actually thinking about this when I was on the website. Let's go back to it. This Runly looks very similar to this free Shopify store right here. Does it not? Does this not look like they used this Shopify theme right here to build their website? Look at that. Same colors, same everything. Guys, we're deciphering their whole business model right here live on stream. Let's go down here and we could actually check if it was built on Shopify. I don't see it. But this is an Australian business. I see this is an Australian running brand. So maybe they're doing good in Australia, but there's nobody in the US doing it. All right? So now you're going to go in, you're going to find a Shopify theme. Maybe you want to copy the Australian company. You're going to have a new name for it. You're going to have a new logo. Check this out. So now you could use this theme here. This is the ride theme. And you're going to be able to upload the product right to Shopify from AutoDS like we talked about. You just import a draft of it, rename it. It's going to give you all of the specifics, product info, all right there. So that is pretty much, I think, the most difficult part about doing e-commerce. Now from here, Shopify makes it super simple, especially for beginners to get going and to build. So once you have your product in AutoDS, you upload it to Shopify. You use the free template. This one happens to be Ride. They have a mobile section as well. So you do it on desktop, you do it on mobile. You're up and running. And we've tracked the ads here on Meta. We checked the Google Trends. There's activity searching for it. So this is one that could work. You could build a business around. You could market. The power is in your hands to go out and do this now.